the audio commentary. It's a dying art form, but here at One Track Mind, I, your wonky yet affable host Ryan Luis Rodriguez, analyze film through the prism of these embryonic forms of podcasting, one audio commentary at a time. Masterpieces, crapster pieces, live action, animation, cult classics, films literally no one has ever heard of. No track is too small, and no track is too big. Join me and my guests from the entertainment world as we keep these features alive every other Tuesday. Hey, who else is going to discuss Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey one week and Citizen Kane the next? Us, that's who. Sure, you have to put up with my voice, but there's a certain give and take in this industry. That's One Track Mind, part of the Someone's Favorite Productions family, and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, this is Chris Haskell from They Live by Film. For those that don't know us, Adam, Zach, and I, we built a podcast over the last 2 years that's a combination of film discussion from 3 very different perspectives, as well as industry interviews with the leaders in boutique Blu-ray and 4K community. We started with Dev Crocodile, but over time we've been lucky enough to speak with Arrow Video, Severin, Mondo Macabro, Vinegar Syndrome, Radiance, Indicator, most of the OCN partner labels. It's been a blast. You can find us wherever you podcast, and also actually recently as part of Someone's Favorite Production Podcast Network. We hope to see you online.
Hello and welcome to the On Seagal podcast. My name is Trevor Gumbel, and with me as always is...
Steven Seagal himself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm an American citizen. I haven't allied myself with the Kremlin or whatever the hell. So, what did he do recently? Joined a pro-Kremlin party or something?
He's been that way for a while, though. He's been kind of Putin's go-to celebrity for pro-Kremlin agendas.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It is, but...
It's not helping.
Surprising.
It's not helping people's opinions of Steven Seagal. Let's just put it that way.
No, it's not. It's unfortunate, but not surprising. It's typical Seagal.
Yeah. So on this episode of the On Seagal podcast, we are actually going to be venturing once again into the more recent films of Mr. Seagal's filmography with a look at a film that he wrote. He wrote this film himself, is the only listed writer credit on this film. He did not direct it, however. That film would be On Deadly Ground. Is that the one that he directed? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I always get Fire Down Below and On Deadly Ground confused. However, we are talking about 2018's Attrition.
Such a cool name.
Yeah, it's a cool name.
Yeah.
Children in our village has been going missing.
How many?
As of yesterday. 8.
I only know Q-Mom by reputation. What's the story with this guy?
He controls drugs, human trafficking, and extortion.
We're gonna go for the girl, that's why we're here. And if you hear Miriam say go hard, it's gonna get hard.
The film is directed by Matthew Weichler, written once again, like we mentioned, by Steven Seagal. It stars Mr. Seagal, Rudy Youngblood, Si Wong Fan, otherwise known as... Do you know what Si Wong Fan is from that's kind of famous?
Ricky O.
Ricky O. You are our hopes and our dreams! Okay, so the funny thing about Si Wong Fan is I didn't recognize him because in Ricky O, he is so young. He's like probably like late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
Obviously not the case in this film.
That movie was like, what, 30 years ago? Over?
I think so. Yeah, 91. So about 17 years in between. So,
wow.
Yeah, so Seagal in this film plays a ex-military...
Sorry, 27 years in between. I should say.
27, right. Sorry,
27.
my math is really bad.
Well, we don't want listeners saying, you don't know how to do math. Fuck this podcast.
Your opinion doesn't matter because you don't know math. All right, sure.
Yeah, okay.
This film is about Steven Seagal as a former black ops guy. I can never what he's a
secret, kind of a special forces black
fixer,
ops.
maybe like Blackstone, like mercenaries. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, mercenary. Let's
go with mercenaries. And he gets out of the mercenary gig, but in his time in the mercenary gig, he spent a lot of it saving women from being sex trafficked.
Yeah.
And so he is approached in this film by a man in the Thai village that he lives in, that he's kind of taken refuge in as a healer, and not a healer, but like he knows medicine, so he's helping people out. He is approached by a guy who comes from another village where his daughter disappeared because the big baddie wanted to use her powers to heal himself. So there's like magical... Okay.
Yeah.
There's like magical stuff going on in this movie.
Mystical elements.
Yeah. It's all over the place. Just right off the bat, Trevor, I know you had to watch this twice because we were supposed to record at one point and then I had things come up, so we rescheduled. But Trevor, having watched this twice now, what are your feelings on Mr. Seagal's writing on Attrition?
Okay. He definitely loves to praise himself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he'll have a lot of characters saying, you must teach me. Please be my master. Oh, my, thank you. You are loving.
Oh, that scene is so great. Like, oh, my God. Oh.
And it's a lot of clunky writing. Like, I'm just gonna mention a scene right now. It's not going to spoil anything because it never comes up again. They meet with Seagal's master, him and, what's his name?
Chen Man.
They meet with his master.
Chen Man. They say it 4 different ways throughout the movie. So
who if I didn't know any better, was the grandpa from Three Ninjas, but I know he's not. But out of nowhere, the old guy goes to Chen and says, "You are my son."
Yeah.
I am like what? Out of fucking nowhere.
What? It was just, I mean, again, like you said, there is this sense of like lack of direction with Seagal's writing. And again, my assumption here is that what we see on the screen is what essentially was on the page.
Yeah.
My assumption.
Producer, so
right. So a pretty safe assumption here. It cracks me up how clunky his dialogue is for everyone.
Extremely. Oh my God.
But him. Everyone's dialogue is very clunky. His dialogue is pretty much what I expect from Seagal.
He speaks in hushed tones.
Yeah.
Very philosophically.
He speaks in a lot of riddles and metaphors and homilies and shit.
Like, if your soul is pure, the butterfly will not stay on your hand.
Right.
When they're doing that arguably kind of cool looking hand trick.
Sure.
By the way, the thing about the guy being the father of him never comes up again.
No, it's just that scene.
It's just that I think Seagal wanted to add a little drama, but it kind of failed. That being said, Attrition is one of his best movies in a long time. It is very entertaining. I enjoyed Attrition a lot.
Yeah. So did your opinion change from the first to second time you watched it? Because the first time you talked about it, you did not like it.
No.
The first time you told me about it, you were like, this movie is... I can't wait to hear what you think. So you've softened on it a little bit, huh?
It was more to the fact that it was kind of unbelievable to what I was watching. Because there are things that happen in this movie that I'm like, wow, okay, that happened.
Yeah.
We're just gonna go with this. Okay. But when I watched it under the mentality of you know what, embrace the absurdity and the insanity of it. And I did. And I ended up actually very much enjoying it more than I did the first time watching it. It is definitely one of Seagal's better films. It feels like he's actually trying this time. He's actually giving a performance.
Yeah.
He's actually doing his own fighting, or most of his own fighting, no dubbed dialogue.
He's well cast.
He's very well cast as, the mystic, wise.
He's playing himself.
Basically. His character name is Axe, which he keeps even when he goes to what was it?
The villages, yeah.
The villages. I would in a Seagal film, I would expect him to change his name to something more Asian inspired, like I would think that he would write. But no, he just keeps the name Axe. He's a very gentle spirit with a kind heart, apparently, to the villagers.
Yeah.
Like, even when he kicks this guy's ass in this medicine house, he tells the guy, "I will pay for everything, brother. Do not worry." And he walks out. Even his friends are the most charitable friends ever. There's a scene where I forgot his name again. He's talking to this guy in his, I'm assuming, a brothel. I think
we're talking about Q-Mom.
Q-Mom. No. The good guy, the guy with the glasses.
Oh, Chen Man.
When this guy's talking to Chen Man, and he's telling him, and Chen Man's saying to the guy, "Is it true you beat one of my women? You beat one of my girls? She was stealing from me," the guy says, and Chen Man still, admonishes the guy and kicks him out of his club. So when the woman comes in, the one that robbed him, Chen goes, "Is it true you robbed this man?" "Yes, but my daughter is very sick. She has leukemia. We cannot afford the medical bills." So what does Chen Man do? He goes and gets his suitcase, and apparently has enough to pay for the entire chemotherapy.
Yeah, of course.
Every single cent. I don't know how much medicine is there, but if you could just pay for it by giving her these wads of cash,
yeah,
sign me up, dude. I mean, medicine must be super cheap. And she bows to him like he's a god or a savior. It's like, "Oh, thank you so much. You are amazing." And there's a lot of male worship in this film.
What is his character? Just like a businessman that Seagal knows?
I think he owns the Blues Club.
The Blues Club that Seagal plays in at the end of the movie.
Oh, we'll get to that.
Because we couldn't have a Seagal movie without him playing music.
Well, I mean, okay, we'll get to that. But yeah, he I think it's like a brothel / blues club. It doesn't really.
It's a multi-purpose space.
Yeah, there's a lot of plot points that go nowhere. Like, he talks to these three guys. He's saying that all properties are worth $300,000 each, and you have like 30 of them, but nothing really goes to that. Kind of a off-game conversation.
Well, I mean, you have the villain played by Yu Kang, who is named, I kid you not, Q-Mom. Which even one of the characters in the film goes, "What the fuck is up with this dude's name?" Yeah,
what is Q-Mom?
Yeah, but it's funny because this character has like some sort of motivation that he's sick and that
he can only see gray and red. Like, red is the only color he can really see.
But then he also can't go out into the light. Yeah, he says I can't go out into the sunlight. It'll hurt me.
So, yeah, and he wants this girl to heal him because she's a mystical power, psychic ability girl that is like foretold or something. And the first time we see him, he is beating a punching bag
with a guy in it. But that's supposed to be a twist or something. Like, that's how dangerous the damn thing's bleeding. Like, the punching bag is literally dripping buckets of blood. Which, by the way, we have to mention this right now. You and I in an afternoon could do Adobe After Effects better with blood than this movie could. Because every time someone gets punched, it looks like they're being shot. There's like After Effect blood, and it's like, this is not at all real. If you're going for realism, this is far from it.
What did you think of the slow motion backwards meat grinder scene?
Oh, okay. That scene is really good. It doesn't deserve to be in this movie.
Yeah, it's a little. It's
too highbrow for this movie.
I'm going to be honest with you. A little too gory for this movie.
Well, that too.
Like, I think this movie...
It's a scene from a movie where there are stakes where people care about the character that's being cut up. Exactly. This is just some dude, some random guy.
Yeah. And Well, they're is it supposed to be the guy that they were going to make fish food out of or something like that until he says, I know where this girl is, I can bring you to her?
Yeah, so he like shows him the other guy that was turned into fish food, and he doesn't turn him into fish food. The character of Q-Mom is interesting because I can never get the sense of why he's doing what he's doing unless it is this I'm sick thing.
That's the only thing I can.
But he's not sick. He's very much clearly healthy, beating the living shit out of people, punching them while they're in punching bags. He's not some frail. He's not like what's the character from Big Trouble?
Oh,
Lopan. He's not like David Lopan, where he's like in a wheelchair, all frail, and then all of a sudden he stands up and whatever. I thought that's what this movie was going for, was that the villain was going to be this like decrepit guy, and then this woman was going to go and heal him, and it was going to be him versus Seagal at the end. Which, by the way. They were spoilers, obviously. I mean, not a spoiler for a Seagal movie, I wouldn't think.
Well, it ends the way you think it does.
I'm impressed that he and Seagal fought as long as they did.
Yeah, it's not a short fight, and
it's not a Henry Da Silva arm break.
No, he puts effort into it. Yeah. I give him credit for Seagal still has moves, man.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it was him all the time. It may have been a double.
Yeah,
some of the wide shots look like a double.
But there are times where you can clearly see it's him.
Oh yeah.
And it's the one scene where he's the guy challenges him to a fight
to the death in the middle of a town.
If you like, he says, if you decline it,
I'll kill you anyways.
I'll kill you, or something like. Seagal just he stands up and goes, "I will let you live."
Yeah. Even if you lose, I'll let you win. I'll let you live.
It's actually kind of a cool fight in the water and the rain. It actually looks really cool. And then the guy goes, "Be my master, teach me the way." And he goes, "Do this for me. Take a pillow with feathers. Find the tallest mountain you have. No, pick up every feather, put it in a pillow, go to the tallest mountain, toss the feathers, and then find them and pick them all up again and bring them to me. That will be your first lesson."
Or just go fill a bag full of feathers and bring them to Steven Seagal and say he did it.
No. He'll know because it's Seagal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I bet.
Seagal always knows.
You know what this really reminded me of, and this is going to be a comparison to a much better film I still am not a huge fan of, but a better movie. Mm-hmm. What this reminded me of a little bit was like Wolverine, where it's like this guy, he's like past his prime, and he's like this old dude, and he's going out for one last mission. I mean, what I think is funny is this movie is also known as Final Mission. Mm-hmm. And I think Final Mission is a better title for this movie. Not much better than Attrition, but Final Mission makes more sense because this is this character's final mission.
I mean, the character definitely comes off as more kind of, he wants to settle down. He just wants to live in a nice, peaceful life as a healer.
He's a grizzled, old military combat veteran who just wants to be left alone and the wrong people come knocking in his orbit. It's this old story. We've seen it a million times.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind the scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
And I actually thought it was very well set up in the beginning on the last mission he has. Saving these girls from sex trafficking. I thought that was actually very well set up to why he just doesn't want to do this anymore.
Right.
So
this is a movie that's punching way above its weight. You know what I mean?
It's definitely trying to be something that, for all intents and purposes, cannot be.
Right.
I gotta admire the want of it. I gotta admire his ethic. I gotta admire the stick-to-itiveness of it.
Look, movies don't just happen, right? You know that, I know that.
Yeah, it's a very ambitious film.
Yeah.
More ambitious than the usual Seagal fare. And I think because he wrote it, he has more to do and more to prove. I think he wanted to prove that he could still do things. I think it's a character he definitely wanted to play.
Well, and to your point, I mean, look, this is obviously very much a passion project for Seagal. It normally is when you write the script. You don't just, again, like with making a movie, right? I don't know how many of the listeners know what it takes to make a movie might actually make your mind melt if you knew all of the working pieces and moving parts it really takes to make this work. As someone who now works in the industry, it's even I am like constantly overwhelmed by like the massive amounts of small things that have to happen for the big things to be even able to move in the right direction.
Yeah.
So the fact that Seagal wrote this film, acted in it, and it came out as good as it did. Again, we're not sitting here saying this is the greatest film experience in Citizen Kane, but like you've said multiple times now, and I think it's the most telling part, it is the best Seagal movie that we have seen from his modern contemporary catalog.
Because it has ambition.
Right. It's not General Commander. It's like,
No.
you know, when Seagal is in his element of the Wing Chun kung fu shit, and it's just that, it is great.
Yeah. When he's doing what he does best, and you can tell that he cares.
Yeah.
You can tell when Seagal doesn't give a shit about the movie he's in.
He's barely even in it. He's not even in it at all. Like,
yeah, like General Commander.
Yeah.
This film, he wrote, produced it, stars in it, almost directed it.
Yeah.
And you can tell that he wants to prove something. I really am impressed with how well it turned out, considering what could have been. I mean, you don't expect much
what
from
should
something,
have been.
You don't expect much when something is written by Seagal. I mean, I expected a lot of Seagal worship in the film, which, you know, there is. Like I said, a lot of man worship, a lot of females needing a man's help.
And there's a lot, and like you said, there's a lot of Seagal being elevated specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
he's the white savior of the film, for sure.
Oh, I forgot to mention, before he fights that guy in the rain, he wants to fight it because he was stealing from this... He says he's stealing from this couple, but Seagal explained to him, I paid for their daughter's college.
Oh, yeah.
And occasionally I will take a piece of bread, a piece of fruit, and a piece of vegetable.
He doesn't say occasionally, he says every day I stop by and steal something. It's so strange.
And the woman even runs up and tells the guy...
No, it's okay. Like, we allow him to steal from us because he pays for our kids' college.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Seagal, don't overplay your savior hand.
Yeah, well, he did.
Yeah.
This movie reminds me a lot of On Deadly Ground, though.
A movie I haven't watched yet, but we will get to.
Wait, you've never seen it?
Never seen it. Is that the one Michael Caine?
Yeah.
Michael Caine and the really bad hair job.
It reminds me of that because, again, with Seagal, if he's writing or directing, which in that film he's directing, it is very much something that is important for him. And in On Deadly Ground, the film ends with a...
I know it ends with that really long speech about...
Do you know how long that speech was originally supposed to be? Like 2 fucking hours.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Like that you could tell that was a Seagal.
But they did it here.
It's
awkward here too. It's out of place. If we keep, you do a Seagal better than I do. Let's see if I can do it. If we keep our heads down and we just continue to know the kung fu, we will pass on kung fu to the older like, it's like, what the corruption of kung fu? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Kung fu is in a dark, sinister I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Huh?
Yeah, I didn't. Again, this is either the second or third Seagal movie now that ends with one of these, like, what I would essentially call them a diatribe to the audience. I don't know what do you call that? Like an extended soliloquy about how much you give a shit about martial arts, which is fine. I like yourself. I am motivated and passionate about certain causes, as are you. Mm-hmm. But there are better and subtler ways to go about adding them into your movie than talking directly to the audience like they're children for 5 minutes at the end of your movie.
Yeah, these speeches aren't shoehorned. They're fucking rammed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, forcibly stuck up your ass. Like, the dildozer from Idiocracy? It's like that. Like, I mean, it is so strange to me that a action star in Hollywood thinks that this is something anyone wants to see.
Well, apparently there is, because we enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I didn't enjoy the end of the movie. I mean, I don't appreciate being having someone click their tongue at me about martial arts. Like, the problem with it versus On Deadly Ground is On Deadly Ground it's an environmental message, which I think everyone can agree with.
Yeah.
Here,
it's a lot of stuff people don't really care.
And you're not going to get me to motivated to care about it in 5 minutes.
Not really. There's not much talk about kung fu as much as there is kung fu fight scenes.
Yeah.
So and they're really well done fight scenes, and
the fight scenes in this movie are really good.
Yeah,
even when they're not trying to kill each other.
Yeah. And when Seagal talks, call me crazy, but I was like, I'm interested to what he is saying because it sounds like he's saying something. I mean, I'm not talking about the end.
Sure.
I'm talking about when he's like talking to the people of the village.
Sure.
Or talking to his friend.
I agree that this is a good movie. I think this is actually a good movie.
Yeah. I would definitely consider it, the best Seagal straight-to-video film of recent memory.
That's the best one we've seen so far.
Well, the production values are a lot better. The acting, I can't really say much about the writing because it's Seagal and you get what you expect when it comes to Seagal, because Seagal is not very self-aware.
No. We've talked about that more times than probably anything else on this show.
Yeah, and if he was more self-aware, I don't think the movie would have been as savior complexed as it was. But saying that, this was definitely one of the most memorable villains.
Yes, 100% agreed.
It
actually goes toe-to-toe with Seagal.
Yeah, and Seagal doesn't use a gun.
Kills him with a sword, but...
but he uses his martial arts to...
Yeah.
And I appreciate that he's kind of practicing what he preaches. He's not like, talks about Kung Fu and then ends up using a gun at the end.
Right.
He uses Kung Fu and, he praises... He speaks of the wonders of Kung Fu and puts it to use when it's necessary.
Exactly.
Like this character is unlike Seagal in a way that he's not looking for fighting. He's very much a last option, violence as a last option person. And I think that goes to his wariness after the final mission, if you will. So I think that's kind of refreshing to see Seagal play more of a pacifist.
Yeah. I just like seeing the fact that we're getting to see him play a guy who understands his age.
I can't believe I'm saying this. This is a great performance by Seagal.
There's nothing to be surprised by, frankly, Trevor. I appreciate you being surprised, but think about it. It is a movie where Seagal is playing a old kung fu master. This is like what we've been asking for, is him to just go, this is who I am now, so what?
Yeah.
And then he goes to General Commander right after this anyways and completely ruins it.
He needs to embrace that and do more films with that. Like maybe he's a trainer of the hero.
Yeah.
And occasionally fights with the hero when necessary. But don't try to be every fucking character in the movie.
No.
Let other people help you. Like those mercenary... We haven't talked about his mercenary friends that come back to help him at the end.
Who all have like very cringy names.
Oh God! What
Infidel, Scarecrow, Hollywood, like God.
Scarecrow.
Did you drag these out of like just the most generic of generic names for military, black ops, mercenaries? Like I'm pretty sure you go play video games and you can find characters with these exact create a character names. It's very lazy.
I want to say something. Scarecrow is played by James Bennett, an Irish actor who is in one of my favorite bad films of all time called Fatal Deviation. A movie I learned about from Alison Pregler, a.k.a. Obscurus Lupa, a.k.a. Movie Nights. She did an episode on this movie called Fatal Deviation starring James Bennett. And it is a gloriously bad Irish action film.
Nice.
Where he attempts to do kung fu. There's some gunplay. I think the whole thing is on YouTube if you want to look it up. And from what I hear, he's looking to make a sequel.
Oh. It's a lot less funny now.
I need our listeners to look that film up. It is gloriously bad, but entertaining as hell. It is severely lower quality than Attrition. It looks like it was filmed on a DV cam.
Oh wow!
There's dialogue in the film. I'm gonna spoil the ending because fuck it. I need to give you an example of the dialogue. You killed my son. Now I'm gonna kill you, just like I killed your father. Then James Bennett karates the gun away from the guy, and the guy's on the ground. And James Bennett returns the dialogue as, "You killed my father. Now I'm going to kill you, just like I killed your son." Bang!
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious. As a heart attack.
And this is Irish or Scottish?
Irish.
My God.
I was trying to do Irish. I failed.
Oh no! I wasn't giving you a hard time about your accent. Your accent was good and nuanced in a way that most people's Irish accents aren't. They do a little bit of the leprechaun.
It was
and they dance around.
It was advertised as like the first Irish martial arts film ever made. I'm not sure how true that is.
I'm not sure how many more have been made since, so it still might be.
He blows the guy away, then goes back to cuddling his girlfriend. Movie over.
Nice. You know who I would like to see more of, and I've never seen him in anything before other than this, and I guess it's more than likely it's because he works only in Eastern European cinema. Sergei Badyuk.
Was he the one who...
He's the big dude.
Who said, he gives me a free bar tab for life? That guy?
He's the one who goes, what the fuck is a kumam? Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the beard.
Yeah,
I liked him a lot.
He was good.
Yeah, he was very good.
Yeah, but he only works in Eastern European cinema, it would seem. A lot of his credits are Russian. I mean, look, I think everybody in this movie is pretty good. I actually think this is like, again, the thing about the blood effects is absolute shit. The After Effects in this movie, the usage of After Effects and post-production stuff is not great, but it's inoffensive. It clocks in at a breezy 85 minutes.
Very breezy.
Steven Seagal, to your point, Trevor, and this is something that we've kind of talked about over and over again. We're going to continue to talk about it. He is actually in this movie in a substantive way.
He is in this film and actually does things in this film and actually is a part of the film.
Yeah, he is not only is he part of the film, he's the main driving force in the movie.
Yes. He actually moves the plot along rather than, okay, we need you in the final act just to do a little kicking and shooting.
I like this movie. I would actually suggest this movie to people to go out and watch.
Absolutely. There are some eye-rolling things you need to get past, but there are definitely things in the film that are worth mentioning that are of quality.
Is it? Okay.
Actually, did you like the music?
I don't even remember it.
I kind of like the music a little bit.
If you liked it, this is one of the movies that I'm actually going to go back and rewatch. Like, I'm going to rewatch it again, and I'm probably going to watch it next time my parents are in town. Because, again, my mom loves Seagal, so...
Oh, yeah.
I will say, you know what Seagal needs to drop? And this is something I want to... Dude, the facial hair does not work on Mr. Seagal. Something about, like, his, like, tan, his skin color, and his, like... Because, okay, first off, let's just get this out of the way. Steven Seagal is a man who is 69. He is not the kind of man who I assume is able to sport black hair at 69 naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his goatee and hair look ridiculous because he can't just deal with the fact that he's aging. Look, I get it. It's Hollywood. It's, it's appearances are all that matters. But the goatee does not serve him, period.
He looks, for 69, he doesn't look bad.
No, but the goatee just doesn't look good.
I mean, you can attack, his weight and whatever. That's just kind of, grasping.
Well, yeah, but that's fucking low-hanging fruit. I mean, there's a subreddit about, like, Steven Seagal facts, and all it is people being like, something, Steven Seagal is fat. Is essentially like every punchline is like he's so fat
fucking,
or something.
It's fucking old. It really is.
He's fat. So what? He's been fat for like 20 years now at this point.
But you know what? In this film, I believed everything I was watching.
Yeah.
Like, I believe the way he looks, he could do these things. I wasn't like, oh my God, look at this fat guy fighting this martial arts. I'm like, no, I believed it.
This isn't Enter the Fat Dragon or whatever that thing is called.
Or I loved it. I thought it was really well done fighting.
Yeah. No, the action scenes are brief. They are very short, but they are good. They're still good.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie I think our listeners should seek out.
Yeah.
It's on demand if you have on demand.
It's on YouTube for
on
like
YouTube.
$4 for SD, $5 for HD.
You know what? You're not. It's $4. You won't waste your money.
Did you pay for it and rent it?
No, I didn't. I have on demand, dude.
I paid
free.
for it and rented it.
Dude, I had it on free.
$5. It's because I couldn't get the subtitles to work.
Oh, okay.
Because the subtitles that I had were English
for this.
Yeah, the English subtitles didn't give me the subtitles of what the fuck they were saying in Thai or Chinese. It was the subtitles for the English dialogue only, which, by the way, whoever the fuck I got the subtitles from, that is not helpful when they do not speak English 50% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, well, I think people will need to put their closed captioning on because there's a lot of whispering in this film. It's like, what is he saying?
There's a lot of imperceptible dialogue because Seagal does not speak above a whisper.
I don't think when's the last time we heard him yell in a film, if anything? Ever.
Never.
Ever.
You mentioned this before. Seagal really is hitting his stride when he doesn't rely on guns. When he's relying on when he is doing the thing that he is famous for, which is his martial arts. But when he adds the guns, it just
it feels kind of like he's not trying.
Right. Well, like, what's the point?
But
I think overall it's a better movie than I was expecting. I'm not surprised that it was good because, again, on the face of it, it seems like a rather straightforward film. But I'm not getting hopeful for everything else because this may be the exception that proves the rule.
This is what I was hoping for when we talked about doing his direct-to-video stuff. I was thinking to myself, you know what? I want to be surprised. I want to enjoy a direct-to-video film. I want to think, you know what? Not all his direct-to-video stuff is bad. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I was an open mind. If you go in with an open mind, you'll be rewarded with a fairly decent action film, if a little ludicrous at times.
It's a little shaky. And it's a little shaky, and it is a little cheap. I mean, it feels a little cheap, right? It kind of does, but it's also a movie that's being shot in Thailand for God knows how much money, and God knows how much money it made, so I have no idea. I will tell you I would rather watch this than... I'd rather watch this than watch On Deadly Ground again, which is important that it supplants a quote-unquote Seagal Silver Age film. Because this is better than the stuff he was making at the height of his success.
Yeah, I think Seagal definitely needs to do more work. Maybe not right, but definitely insist on work where he's doing something and not just being the background character.
Yeah, but if you're getting paid the same, do you really want to be the main character?
Yeah, but I want him to give a shit.
I think he gives a shit about making money. It's just the problem is I don't know because, again, we've never been able to speak with Steven Seagal. His personal opinions on stuff are not things that come out into the public because, again, like we mentioned at the top of this podcast, he is now a Russian, not a citizen, is he? I think
he is a citizen.
Have joint citizen?
I think so.
He might. No, he does because he has a Russian passport. That's right. Yeah. He is one of those dudes that if he's able to keep his eye on the reality of what he is, his movies do not suffer. But the moment he gets like way too involved with what he thinks his legacy is, it just goes off the rails. I mean, we've seen it in General Commander and Beyond the Law. It's like you're not even in this movie, but you're probably forcing them to bill you like you are.
That is with every Seagal film. If he's in it for even just a minute, they'll put him top billing. Well, you're even with fucking Executive Decision.
He's not on the poster for that one, is he?
Isn't he?
He's not. No, that's Kurt. But Executive Decision, from everything that I've read, doesn't seem like it was a positive experience for Steven Seagal. That's the one where Seagal locked himself in his trailer and was screaming at people.
Oh, no. You have to listen to John Leguizamo talking about working with Steven Seagal on that film.
Yeah, you were telling me about it, right? He wouldn't come out of his thing or something.
He kicked John Leguizamo in the nuts or something and was a complete asshole the whole time.
I mean, he dies 10 minutes into the movie, so...
I'll send it to you right now. Hang on. But I could have sworn he was like one of the main listed on... Not necessarily his face on the poster, but I could have sworn like...
On the poster, it's just Kurt Russell.
Yeah, but I could have sworn he was like top billing credit-wise.
He might be. I mean, he probably is in the top 3 or 4. It's, it's just one of these things with Seagal where there's a, and this is not the thing that we talk about with Arnold or Stallone, JCVD a little bit, Dolph a little bit, but Steven Seagal is an actor who does not understand what his legacy is anymore, the true effect that he can have on the industry now, and the kinds of projects that he should be working on. He could get himself involved in AAA projects. He could get himself involved in projects that are being made at studios that operate in this country.
But he needs to understand what he is, what he can play.
He does not. He does not at all.
He can play the mentor. He could still fight in the film, but you're more coming off as a mentor, as the martial arts instructor, not the lead. You need to put your ego aside, let someone else handle it, but be a part of the story that moves the story along and not just there to be background set dressing.
Right, I agree.
And I think if he plays to that strength, he could be in some amazing action films. And I want him to do that. But, like I said, you need to get the ego out of the way and let them help you.
So let me ask you something.
Sure.
As our final question of this episode. I'm curious, because I've been thinking about this Seagal awareness question.
Mm-hmm.
Why are Arnold and Stallone not making direct-to-DVD movies?
Stallone sometimes does. He did for a while back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure.
Remember? Yeah. But
I'm talking more like, why has that not persisted constantly?
But because I think they have a sense of humor about themselves.
I think so.
I think they're very much aware. They can still believably kick ass. The Expendables franchise has proven that they still have power of, they're not just a Chuck Norris joke. But remember what I said about playing the mentor? Look at the what was the name of those films? The Creed films.
Oh yeah, sure.
Well, soon to be Creed 2. There's not Creed 2 yet. There's one Creed.
No, there's two. Soon to be Creed 3.
Oh, really?
Creed 2 is where he fights Ivan Drago's son.
I need to see those films. But what I do know about those films, is that what does Sylvester Stallone play? He plays the mentor. He plays the teacher.
The guy who got nominated for an Oscar.
Yes, and he plays the teacher. He's not trying to be the fighter, the main guy who's the lead and saves the day or kicks ass or whatever. He knows that he's, getting an age, but he knows what strengths he can play.
Mm-hmm.
And Stallone is an amazing actor. I like Stallone as an actor. He's actually a very good writer.
He wrote the script for Rocky.
Yeah, and it won Best Picture, so that tells you something. And like I said, I think they're him and Schwarzenegger, and eventually over time, Van Damme became aware of what was wrong in their careers, what was right. I don't think Schwarzenegger ever really went direct to video. He's always been kind of.
He ever went direct to video.
No, he didn't. I think he's always been a big screen guy, but that's because I think he knows the business.
Arnold went direct to video one time. Beretta's Island, and he appears as himself, and he is on the box art for the film, and it is very obvious. And this film stars Franco Columbu, which that name may sound familiar to some people because Franco Columbu is former Mr. Olympia, friends with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
The reason I knew of Franco Columbu is there's an Easter egg in the film Last Action Hero where Danny's watching the film Jack Slater 4 and the director is Franco Columbu.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that was kind of a nod to his friend, Mr. Olympia.
But that's the only direct-to-video movie he's ever been in, so...
He probably did it as a favor to his friend.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, hell, even
fine.
Hercules in New York wasn't even direct-to-video.
I mean, and Schwarzenegger, like I said, he knows the business. He knows how things work. He knows what to do and what not to do.
Schwarzenegger knows the gamble too. Schwarzenegger knows, there's something about Schwarzenegger that I don't think Seagal or Stallone ever had to deal with, which is, I am an immigrant from a country that is not yours, coming over here to try to make a name for myself, and I don't even fucking speak your language.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but he worked at it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what Seagal could take from his contemporaries is, like you said, a sense of humor and a sense of self-awareness that, dude, you're an action star. Even they're still paying you maybe not like they used to, but they're still treating you like you are Steven Seagal of the 90s.
You are getting paid to do something a lot of people would love to get paid to do.
Yeah, agreed.
And with Schwarzenegger, I think he recognized early on in his career, you know what? I need to not just play the badass action hero. I need to do lighter stuff too. Like when he did.
And go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So he did Twins with Ivan Reitman's Twins because that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to show that he wasn't just brainless, action guy. He was a guy with a sense of humor, and he realized that the inherent humor of little kids or Danny DeVito playing against this big brooding brute guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was funny. He knew the humor in it, but he knew that it needed more than just that to be funny. And
to your point, the other important thing is Stallone Stallone, it took a while, but Schwarzenegger definitely realized this path has an end date. It is finite. It will terminate at some point because
no pun intended.
Yeah, action stars similar to female actors. Female actors don't get work after a certain age because they're deemed unbeautiful, whatever. Action stars are going to be the same way. Different reasons, same idea. And Stallone took a while. Schwarzenegger realized it very early on. Whoever worked with Schwarzenegger as his manager in the 90s and the 80s, smartest fucking person in this entire equation. I mean, look, Schwarzenegger, I'm sure, has a massive personality. He's a person that I genuinely think is someone that I think we should all not look up to, but definitely take notice of because he's doing the right thing even when he doesn't have to. He's a solid guy, right?
He's a smart, solid, the dude
American.
has a heart. He's a heart.
He's an American boy, isn't he? The guy's more American than I am.
He realizes how blessed he is and how lucky he is to have the career and the life he has. Coming from Austria to America, he knew how tough it was to have a living and be successful in America, and he fucking worked at it, but he knows that he has to be grateful and not take it for granted.
Right.
And that's what I love about Schwarzenegger is that he is unpretentious. He is funny. He's a very funny guy. And he's a very charitable dude.
Yeah. And again, his personal foibles aside, great, it does a lot for his community, does a lot for this country. He is a positive figure that you could look at in our political system who is actually talking sense, which is good given the party that he kind of represents. But yeah, it's unfortunate to me that Seagal didn't have someone like Schwarzenegger did in his ear going, or maybe there was and he just didn't want to listen, hey, there's a level of impermanence here to what you're doing that you need to understand now, because when you realize it, it will be too late.
Yeah.
And it was too late. I mean, Seagal started making direct-to-DVD movies or direct-to-video movies at the time, and it's too late. That's the end. Once you're in direct-to-video, it's impossible to get away from it.
I mean, like I said, Stallone had a few of those, and he was at risk of being direct-to-video, but he came back pretty well. What do you think about Bruce Willis when it comes to that kind of thing, though?
I think Bruce Willis is pretty much Steven Seagal.
American Steven
Steven Seagal. Now we know about Steven Seagal. I think Bruce Willis is like Seagal. I think the thing that's unfortunate about Bruce Willis is Bruce Willis was a guy who was known as a comedic actor.
That's what he was known for.
Yeah, that's what not everybody, but people who don't know about Bruce Willis pre-Die Hard. Yeah. This dude is doing Moonlighting with Sybil Shepherd.
Yeah, people need to understand.
Yeah, the whole show is a romantic comedy of errors.
People need to understand when they first cast Bruce Willis as John McClane in Die Hard, people were like, "What the fuck?
Why? Why are you casting the comedy guy?"
Because he wasn't the stereotypical muscle-bound, intimidating guy. He was a foil to fucking
Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
No. He was the kind of the Hepburn and Tracy kind of thing with him and what's her name?
Sybil Shepherd.
They were kind of the Hepburn and Tracy of the 80s.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? That guy's going to be an action star? No fucking way. No way at all. And what happens?
You see the movie, and it's like he is an action star because he's unassuming.
It is quite possibly one of the best action films ever made.
It's definitely the best movie about a guy locked in a building. I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, The Raid is good. Dread is good. Those are different, but kind of the same. But like, Die Hard is the standard. Yeah, it is. Die Hard is. Look, I hate the Christmas shit about Die Hard. I think that's just dumb, and people have nothing better to do.
I don't know. It's a fun debate.
I think it's
I don't take it seriously. It's not
that I take it seriously. It's just my issue with it is there are better movies that are Christmas movies that people don't talk about because they want to give the like. Smart guy, like I don't is saying Die Hard's a Christmas movie like the cool guy answer, because it's not anymore since everybody says.
I never thought of it as like the cool guy answer. I just thought of it as a fun, in retrospect, nostalgia.
I feel like it started as an asshole at a bar going, you know what my favorite Christmas movie is? Die Hard.
Yeah, it began as kind of like a silly thing, but I think
now it's taken seriously as a Christmas movie. That's a problem.
I think it's the nostalgia. I think it's definitely part nostalgia.
But it's a good movie.
Yeah. It's like, okay, let me ask you one thing. Long Kiss Goodnight. Christmas movie or no?
Never seen it.
Oh, you got to see it. Okay, we're getting off track.
Here is my justification for a movie being a Christmas movie.
What's that?
If your movie has to do with Christmas, it's not necessarily a Christmas movie. But if Christmas is integral to the plot of your film, then it is a Christmas movie.
Not just because it takes place at Christmas.
And Die Hard takes place at Christmas. Tell me how Die Hard taking place at Christmas is any different than if it was just a party being thrown for his wife getting a promotion. Literally would not have changed a damn thing. Christmas isn't integral to Die Hard.
It's kind of integral to Die Hard too.
I mean, you could just make a case that his wife is coming to visit just cause.
Well, it's the weather and all that stuff.
Sure, but it could have been set in the fall or winter.
Okay.
It's just convenient to set it at Christmas time. I get it. It gives her a reason to be coming back. Makes sense.
So, okay, we're getting off track, but Bruce Willis, his problem, I think it's become more well known how difficult he is to work with, and I think that's making him suffer.
Thanks, Kevin Smith.
It wasn't until Kevin Smith and his story about doing Cop Out where people started it became okay to talk about Bruce Willis horror stories.
Right.
And I think that suffered. And I think
Isn't that the point, though?
All Bruce Willis.
If you're hard to work with, you don't deserve for people to go out of their way to work with you.
Well, even Stallone went on talk shows saying, yeah, Bruce Willis was a tight ass, wanted more money for Expendables 3, and we're like, you know what? We're just going to cut you out of it. There you go.
Yeah.
And
look, you can be difficult. You can make a stand for yourself. You can demand you be treated with respect, and you can demand that you be treated with the presence or position in the world that you believe you have.
Yeah.
But belief and reality are two drastically different things. And also, making things harder for everybody else is not going to make people respect you. It's going to make people never want to work with you.
And that's Seagal's problem.
And Bruce Willis, apparently.
Bruce Willis, like I said, Bruce Willis and Seagal are kind of similar in that respect.
Yeah.
Except Bruce Willis has a more sense of humor about himself, but not as much.
But yeah, if Seagal is at 0, Bruce Willis is at 0.5.
I will say 1 or 2, but moving on.
Yeah, we're batting the same, but we're batting in the same ballpark. Essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think with the rise of the internet and message boards and forums and all that shit, your reputation is become more valuable.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are message boards, forums, people talking shit about experiences with these actors and background stories that it gets out and it harms your reputation. And right now, your reputation is like the most valuable currency.
Yeah.
And Bruce Willis and Seagal need to understand this.
Interpretation and perception are everything. Regardless of what you were that is what so many people, regardless of your profession, and I say that kind of open-endedly because there are a lot of people who don't understand how important perception is, especially in their line of work. It doesn't matter if you say something and you do, and it's taken differently than the way you said it. You should have been cognizant of that ahead of time. I'm not saying to edit yourself constantly.
No.
But if you say something, you need to understand it could be taken the wrong way, and you need to be able to justify and clarify why you said what you said if asked a question about it.
Exactly.
End of story. End of story. And Seagal and Bruce Willis don't get it. They don't understand that perception is everything. Perception, in 2021, perception is reality.
Yeah.
People perceive Seagal and Bruce Willis to be massive pains in the ass that nobody wants to work with.
Yeah. Welcome to Direct-to-Video.
Welcome to working for Hulu and everything else.
You you get work because you're cheap to work with, because your Hollywood queue has gone down.
Oh yeah. Not only has it gone down, it's gone down so far that you, in the movies that you're in, like Seagal, you don't even have to be in them anymore to be the top billed person. And that's kind of like sad in a way, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like with Bruce Willis's latest. He's like top billing, if barely in the film.
Cosmic Sin?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Well,
he's in that with
isn't
Frank
it
Grillo.
sad that I could say that and it immediately you thought of a film?
Yeah. I only thought about that film because I interviewed someone who was in it. But I will tell you,
did they talk about Willis?
They didn't say a damn thing about Bruce Willis, and I didn't ask. We talked about her WWE career. She doesn't work for WWE anymore, coincidentally. But we didn't. Bruce Willis never came up. It's kind of odd, isn't it? I guess it is strange.
It is. And I think, speaking of which, look at The Rock. Look at
the movie or the actor.
The actor. Look at his personality. Look at the way he is perceived and his Hollywood quotient.
Yeah.
Like, when I hear people talk about him, I don't hear many, if any, negative things about him. I hear he's a sweet guy, like one of the nicest guys you'll meet. He knows he can do action. He can do comedy. Never seen him do drama, but hell, I'm willing to give him a shot.
Sure, why not?
I mean, he does fantasy films, like family Disney flicks. And, take a note from that. Because he's got the person, whoever his agent is, like you said, is doing damn good.
Yeah. I mean, part of it is the person, obviously. I genuinely think that The Rock is probably an amazing human being. Everything I've heard and read similarly to yourself is that he is a genuinely good person, a humble guy, understands where he came from, knows where he wants to go with his life and his career. Awesome. You don't get as successful as he is by just not knowing what you want. But like you said, staying humble, staying aware of your surroundings and your own ability in the world that you live in. Those are all things that, like, those are, I wouldn't say higher brain functions, but those are things that you can find out if you have to go out of your way to do it. No one else is going to force you to take a look at yourself and say, maybe I don't like what I see in the mirror. The only person who can make that decision and kind of judgment is yourself. So, like we've said about Seagal so many times, and we'll end this podcast with another kind of lamentation on Seagal. He is the kind of guy who needs someone to tell him, dude, you need to take a step back and know, like, look, I genuinely don't know how much more Seagal is going to be acting. He's 69. He's getting up there in age. And look, I'm not saying like he can't act. That's far from it, actually. It's the more a reality of the kinds of films that he makes require a certain amount of believability. And we're getting to the point now, similarly to, Stallone, Schwarzenegger, JCVD, Harrison Ford. We're getting to the point now where it's like, yeah, you have got to hang it up.
Yeah.
And for all of us, baby, hang it up. Like, not just for you, not just for me, but for all of us. Because the last thing anyone wants is to see someone get hurt on set or anything. And like, people, if even if they don't like Seagal or Stallone or Harrison Ford, I would hope you don't wish, I would hope that you don't wish damage on their life. But at some point, you have to step back and be like, I am done.
Reputation with them still trying, especially with Harrison Ford, I want to say, you know what, dude? Your reputation is solid.
Yeah.
Let it go. You don't have to prove anything. You are Indiana Jones. You are Han Solo. No one is going to take that from you. You have nothing to worry about. No one's going to try to be the next Indiana Jones or the next Han Solo. That is you. Just move on.
It's like The Undertaker. You always want more. You always want more until it bites you in the ass and then you don't want any more. And it's like, but you can't have it that way. You cannot keep risking you can't keep putting it always on the line. Because, like, Harrison Ford is almost 10 years older than Seagal. Harrison Ford's 78, and this guy is I've seen pictures, as I'm sure you have, from the set of Indiana Jones 5. There does not need to be an Indiana Jones 5.
No.
Not because I don't want to see Indiana Jones 5. Let's wash the taste of 4 out of our mouths, but, dude, this is, like, I have to assume at some point that this is taking a toll on you that is not, like, it's just not, you're not able to live with that daily. And, like, Seagal is going to get to that point at some point. He has to.
That's why I'm saying I want to tell Harrison Ford, what do you have to prove?
I don't know.
Just because people want Indiana Jones 5 doesn't mean you got to give it to them.
I'm glad that Harrison Ford is a better actor than he is pilot. Dude, he's a really bad pilot. As someone who has over 50 hours in a small like single engine plane, as he owns multiple single engine fixed wing aircraft, I can tell you with absolute certainty that the amount of times that that Harrison Ford has done something really stupid in his plane is more than most people I know who own planes and or have flown for as long as he has.
You know what though? Doesn't hurt his reputation.
Well, it just makes him seem like one of those crazy Hollywood kooks who has too much money and does things with it he shouldn't be.
It's like John Travolta is also an experienced pilot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like an actor can't be a pilot.
Is it that? No. Is that joke on The Simpsons with John Travolta and Mel Gibson? Hey, Mel, get back in the plane. I had to tell Travolta I needed to get here, so he took me in his private plane. Look, ultimately Seagal and all of these older action heroes are in the twilight of their career, if not the end of their career. Not saying that they're dying, but saying that they're retiring. And it will be interesting to see how they ride the ends of their careers out. Schwarzenegger kind of just working every now and then. Stallone seemingly still at it. Seagal, I don't know. Harrison Ford still making Indiana Jones. So JCVD has a new TV show or movie coming out too.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for his latest film. It looks pretty good, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think with Seagal, something like this, much more in line with what I was hoping for. Not that affects my opinion if it's not what I want. No, yeah. But I appreciated this movie for what it was. Small budget kung fu movie.
It was Seagal being the kind of Seagal we were looking for.
Yeah.
He
doesn't have the problems of the other direct-to-video movies we've seen.
Definitely doesn't. There's no rappers trying to become actors in this film.
Boy, rest in peace, DMX.
Oh God, I was about to say that.
That was that's happened since the last time we talked.
Oh, yeah,
good God, yeah. Oh yeah, man.
I like DMX a lot.
Yeah, he was a good actor, good musician too. Obviously struggled with personal demons, but who doesn't, right? I mean,
exactly. It's
a kind of a scale of demons. How much do my demons override everything else?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah.
So would you ponytail Attrition or no? Ponytail or no ponytail?
Definitely ponytail.
Yeah.
This was definitely a ponytail film.
It was good.
Yeah, it was very good. Better than what you'll get from his latest other films. Just kind of open your mind to some ridiculousness, but then again, some decent action stuff, and I think you'll really enjoy it.
Open your mind, Quaid.
Start the reactor.
Start the reactor.
Get your ass to Mars.
Come on. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
How did we get from this to fucking Total Recall?
Oh, because it's Schwarzenegger. Dude, because Schwarzenegger's amazing. That's why.
He is amazing.
Total Recall is Total Recall is a movie that, like, I haven't seen it in a while. I may put it on after this. I don't know.
Damn you, Colin Farrell, for trying.
And Ethan Hawke was in it.
Was he in the director's cut or the original?
It was the director's cut.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
So on the next episode of On Seagal, what are we going to be talking about? We're going to be going, once again, back in time to 1991.
Out for Justice, where he plays the character.
Where's Nicky? Hey, Nicky, where you at?
Let me see Bobby Lupo.
Yeah. Hey, Bobby Lupo. Yeah, that. Oh,
and he has the most stereotypical Italian name, Gino Felino.
Yeah, they really try.
So we're going to be talking about Out for Justice on the next episode of On Seagal.
I can't wait. I like this movie.
Oh, yeah. I do love Out for Justice. So it's going to be a good one. So hopefully there'll be 2 positive Seagal films in a row, which will be nice.
Which would be nice. I don't remember if the critics liked Out for Justice or not. I don't think that they did.
I think Siskel did.
We all know how much their opinions matter.
Well, they matter a lot. They're next to the Bible in terms of holy text.
What, Ebert?
Siskel and Ebert.
I can't abide by a guy who made money ragging on other people's movies and then published a book about it. Come on, right?
Would you say you hated that book? You hated that book?
No, I would see that book as a cheap cash grab to make money off of giving other people a hard time about things you didn't like in their movie.
I'm sorry, but Rob Schneider deserves all the shit he gets, and I'm happy to read a book published.
I like Gene Siskel, but I also like Gene Siskel because Gene Siskel didn't like Roger Ebert. Look, here's the thing. You fall into two camps with Siskel or Ebert. You either like them or you don't. But then when you get into the don't like them camp, you have to find a justification for why you don't like them, and there are a varying degree of reasons to not like them.
I can see... I will disagree with you about writing a book about films he hated. I think he was such a good writer that it's entertaining to read it. I know that it rags on a lot of people who did very hard work on films that were just trying to pay the bills.
Yeah.
But he rarely rags on those people. He rags on the main the suspects of the film, like the acting, the writing, and the direction.
Sure. No, I get it. It's just, for me, it's just very strange for a guy who loves cinema. So if you love cinema, you would want there to be more cinema. To write a movie book called I hate your movie, or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah. That hurts the industry because you have a platform in the industry that people do listen to almost, with not talking about you, but there are people that blindly at the time, two thumbs up, gotta go see it. It's like, oh God, okay.
Oh no, I've disagreed with him many times.
No, yeah. Sure, no, I'm sure, but my issue
the guy gave Cop and a Half 3 stars. You can't all...
the issue is you're making money off of someone else's movies just because you don't agree with them. And it's not like you're just putting those reviews or essays into a book that you're writing. It is a book solely of you just shitting on everything in the book. That's all it is. That's even the title.
Think he was giving people what they wanted. People liked reading his negative reviews, and he decided, you know what? Let's give him a compendium, if you will.
Yeah, but come on. It's just, to me, I get it. I appreciate what Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel did for the industry that you and I are part of. I appreciate what they did for what we do. They legitimized it, whatever the hell that means. But
I still love watching old episodes of Siskel and Ebert.
I like it too, because Siskel tells Ebert to fuck himself all the time. He does. Siskel and Ebert did not get along.
It's great watching video compilations of their disagreements, and
Siskel was always just so bleh, bleh, like just waved his hand at Ebert and said,
I think Siskel had the better wit.
Oh yeah.
If Ebert came at him, Siskel came at him harder. Watch him on David Letterman. It's hilarious. Every time they were on Letterman, it was entertaining to watch.
Never seen him on Letterman.
They have compilations on YouTube.
I believe that.
Could be more easy to find them. On the next, we went on a tangent.
Out for justice.
Out for justice, And if you see Bobby Lupo, let us know in the comments.
Hey, Bobby Lupo, hey! I'm fucking walking around with, what is it, a cue ball and a sock?
I guess. He's fucking people up with a cue ball, and what better way to do it,
Yeah, right? So until then, Trevor, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter at badvertigo. I've changed it because it was too hard to say the other one. You can find me on Instagram at madvertigo. You can find me here on the On Seagal podcast. And once a month, you can find me on the Kulturecast, along with my friend and host of the Kulturecast, Chris Stachiw. And Chris, where can they find you?
At the aforementioned Kulturecast and at cstachiw.com, which is my link tree, which has all the links to all the things that I work on. If that's a thing you're interested in, that's where you would go to find it. Big thanks as always to nobody, to you, to me, to us.
Thanks to us. Let's congratulations to us. Let's pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Let's as the two dudes complaining about someone not being self-aware, let's be unself-aware and pat ourselves on the back. But make sure to watch Attrition. Seriously, watch
Definitely
it.
watch Attrition.
Join us on the next episode.